Okay, guys, we're back and we're in production this time. Um, we added in our sticky notes feature to production, and we also mucked around with a little bit of theme play because I was sick of staring at white on production servers. And we also fixed our use effect authentication API call as well. So see, we can slap on dark light. That's dynamically updating both the Bootstrap CSS and our standard CSS. As you can see, standard CSS is the white down here, the body, and then the rest of that's Bootstrap that's going through there. If we log in, you'll see straight away that we're only calling profile once now, so we've fixed our use effect that was calling it twice on the mount and dismount, which was an issue, but we've created a catch feature for that. We just chucked in our dark light theme package up here. We've got our enter data still here. We've got our create notes page now, infinite sticky notes. So we can just chuck in some sticky notes, sexy sticky notes, go on through. Type it all through, do whatever you want. Make them bigger, make them smaller, who cares? And then we can drag those out, resize them. And then if we don't want to, just piss it all off. We can just close them out. Alright, so that's kind of our sticky notes part. And our theme part done. If we go back to our notes, they're all gone. We haven't actually saved those to our server yet, so that'll be next. I just got too carried away with the theme and the sticky notes. So yeah, we can go back to here to make it white again, depending on what your preference is. So let's jump into La Code to see what's going on here. Oh yeah, we can jump through Vercel first. So we've still got our Express server that we haven't actually touched because we didn't do any server-side code as of yet. And we've got our second project here for our client-side React as well. So this is our Express node server, and then our React server that we client that we're using, all on Vercel. And then this is integrated with our GitHub, so when we're pushing to main, that's all just automatically pushing through to production. Let's quickly go, let's check on the authentication page first. So what we did was we've run a is it current true or false with our ref here. This causes it to go through on the first time. And then we're closing out our use effect reliant on the navigate status. So once it goes in, yes, it navigates, so then it terminates, and it doesn't try to run again. So you get infinite looping, like hashtag Cloudflare, and you crash all your servers. Anyways, alright, let's go to our sticky notes page. So I just created a notes page. This is from our previous video where we did the mock-up. I've just chucked it all in here. I slapped in our generic, I guess you could say, toolbar section, the logout main menu buttons up the top. And then we've just brought in our authentication so people can't go here, and we've chucked in our Bootstrap stuff as well. So moving on, we've had to put this into our router, so in our index.js, because remember we're using the React router DOM. So while we're here, when you're dealing with Vercel or server rendering stuff, that's mixing with client rendering, you need to set your themes, so that dark light theme, at the router rendering phase here. So remember, everything, all of our clients, all of our children pages are being rendered here at our layout function out of our React router DOM. So what we're doing is we're wrapping the entire page in our provider, or our theme switcher, which we've got here. And then that's basically saying everything comes through here, get our new theme based off what we set the theme to. So that's all of our children pages here. So it's very handy to quickly update CSS on everything all through this one point. So basically so we're pulling on providers, so we'll jump into our providers page. We're basically just saying, hey, attributes class, default system, enable it. So if you come to the website, it goes, what's the default? If it's dark or light, choose that. And then gives us back out our wrappage from our next themes library, again making our lives easier. You have to use client because we want client-side rendering, not server-side rendering when hosted on Vercel. So just keep that in mind because you are using Vercel. And then we're going to jump into our toggle switch, basically our toggle button. There's a little gotcha with Bootstrap in that it uses data BS theme for its attributes in the div elements on the DOM. So just be mindful of that when you're creating your theme switches or you're interacting with Bootstrap's div elements, that we're using data-bs-theme or bootstrap-theme. Right. And then we're just setting out a button, and then we're slapping that button, into our main menu page. That was in our grouped thing here, so we're just importing theme toggle, and then we're slapping into our button groups, and then likewise in the register page, this one, again importing toggle theme. Oh, and we have our theme CSS as well, which we can jump into. Where are we? Theme CSS down here. So with our theme, we're setting the colors for our Bootstrap in here. So you can quickly go through and change that. And again, this is the dark colors as well for the generic non-bootstrapped parts of our website. So the next part is we will jump into setting the sticky notes page. We'll start saving this to our server so that when we refresh the page or navigate out of the page and come back, it retains our data. And that'll be as simple as essentially saving our set boxes or boxes use state into MongoDB, and then we're going to call that back down when we first load the page.